Good morning and welcome to today's Facecast. Today we're in the New Testament letter of Timothy, or letter from Timothy, the first letter from Timothy as he writes to the churches and to his friends in them. And there's a very short verse which says this in 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain. But godliness with contentment is great gain. Now it starts with the word but, so there's something that's come before it, isn't there? And there's the beginning of that chapter 6, where he's talking about our attitudes. A lot of what Timothy is talking about, our attitudes of how we live our lives. And he's talking about how we should be how they should be regarding slaves in their context. And then he talks about false teaching and how conceited somebody is if they don't understand the ways of God. In fact, let me just read this passage before from 3 to 5, because if ever there was a description of public life today, it's this. If anyone teaches false doctrines and does not agree to the sound instruction of our Lord Jesus Christ and to godly teaching, he is conceited and understands nothing. He has an unhealthy interest in controversies and quarrels about words that result in envy, strife, malicious talk, evil suspicions, and constant friction between men of corrupt mind who have been robbed of the truth and who think that godliness is a means to financial gain. Whenever you see politicians of different parties, they get to arguing. Whenever you see people, and one of the big thrusts in our society today is the fight against corruption, usually financial corruption, and how wrong it is and how evil it is and how much it destroys the people who are involved in it. That's a pen picture of life today, isn't it, that passage there? And it's followed up with but godliness with contentment is great gain. So it's not the things of this world we try to gain, whether it's wealth or prestige or respect or honour or all of those things which we might have treasured in one way or another. It's being content with who we are and what we have in the sight of God our Father. Contentment is godliness with contentment is great gain. So having a godly perspective on all that we have and being content with that is what is a huge gain for us. So I wonder, if all your wealth, whether it be £10 or £10 million, if all your wealth was taken away tomorrow, how would you feel? Would you feel robbed, or would you feel relieved? Would you feel released from what has been a burden, or would you feel in a panic you wouldn't know what to do and how to survive? Godliness with contentment is great gain. We should be released from the things of this world into the godly things: peace, joy, love, contentment, fellowship. They're the things that bring real peace and joy and love and contentment. All of those attributes that come from God to us. Godliness with contentment is great gain. There's something to think on. See you soon.